All right, this is a video from my boy Cam. Let's see what he got for us this time around.
I play a lot of video games, so much so that it's my go-to hobby. But recently I've been feeling drained of my usual comfort games like Dark Souls and Hollow Knight, so I decided to change things up. At the start
Real quick, music might be a little too loud. Maybe on trim though. Maybe on trim.
of the year, I asked 10 of my friends to give me one game that screams you. I purchased all 10, and I promised to roll credits on every single one of them. So, my name is Cam, and welcome to
Who recommended a short hike? What they know about that?
Not mine.
I like this editing here.
Before I go any further, let's talk about the creator of this masterpiece of Rage Baby. Britton Wilds is an independent game developer from Central Florida who really just made Lingo for fun. He graduated with honors from the University of Florida before teaching for half a decade, in which time he graduated from the University of West Florida with a perfect GPA. He has a whole repertoire of coding and markup languages at his disposal, and if nothing I said to you makes any sense, just know he's a smart guy who understands language very well. And what are smart people great at doing? It's reminding you that you're wrong. See, Brenton is a smart guy.
I was wondering where that was going.
And as somebody who works in tech, I'm actually really impressed by how a single person can be so capable.
Is bro about to give me copyright strike? Anyway, what can I say about that video? I'm collecting my thoughts. I feel like, I get the idea of it. Well, one, let's start with the technical things. Hearing the mic buzz allows me to hear a lot of your mistakes, or when you dub over or redo a line or punch in, whatever it may be. Maybe that's just me. I be listening too closely. That's one. Two, I think you're getting into it a bit more, but like really sell me on the idea that you're not just reading from a script. It's the same way in like when you're rapping or when you're singing, like you have to make it very believable. You have to deliver it in a way that makes it seem like, it is exactly what you're saying. Hard to explain, takes a lot of reps. Also, is the game in 30 FPS or were you just playing it in 30 FPS? And then what else is there? Really stepped it up though on the editing. It's not like crazy, but it was enjoyable. It kept me intrigued. Now for the topic, never played Lingo. Seems like a really cool game. I was very lost when you just started ranting about bro, like what he does, who he is, all this other stuff. But then you followed it up with a good little joke, so I was like, whatever. I mean, you didn't have to go into that much detail, but it's a good way to kind of include it without it necessarily feeling empty. Because at first it's just a bunch of empty words, but then you follow up with a good little punchline. So it's like whatever. What else about that? I didn't have much to say during because you weren't like saying anything that was like something that could be refuted. You were just explaining how the game works. I guess I'll talk about how you ended it, and then I'll talk about what you said. I think that the ending falls a little flat for me personally. I get it, but it's like too lighthearted of a punch. For a title like Lingo Taught Me It's Okay to Be Dumb, like I think we should have had a bit more of a heavy hitting conclusion. You know, it's just how I feel about it. I get it, but it's just like it's almost like I watched the video for you to say something to me in passing rather than it be like change my life, you know. So it needs to be. I think it just needs to be a bit more dramatic. Like I think that would help. The other thing about like making videos and stuff, because again, the premise or the idea, the theme, the message that you want to get out is that it's okay to not be afraid of failure and be dumb and be lost because that there's joy in learning. And I agree. What else was I saying there though? Kind of lost my train of thought because I just started rambling. But yeah, about YouTube and stuff like that. I really can't do anything but agree because it's just not something that you could go against. I guess you could say it's not a radical or like out there thing to say, which makes it feel like I don't know. It's just too light. You know, it's not a. I mean, it's a stance to have. Like what? I don't know, but maybe it's because I already think that way. I wonder if for like somebody who has never heard those words would feel. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. Time to play crosscode. Woo!